Hi, this is Miranda from My Scrappy Life and welcome back to my channel. This is another process video for Christmas Memories YouTube Inspiration Hop, 12 Days of Inspiration. And today is actually day number 8 for me, which is Baby It's Cold Outside. That was the inspiration, and I decided to go into Pinterest and I found this sketch. Now, the two photos that I am using for this layout is we took Asher to one of the dog parks it's got dog park, and then it's got a bunch of other stuff with it and with a bunch of lights. So we went after we were done. So back it up just a little bit. If you guys didn't know, all of last year, the whole month of December, I ended up being quarantined for essentially 14 days. And I was only able to have maybe 3 days 3 days before the quarantine that was in December, and then like 3 days after the quarantine, but 3 days before Christmas. So I wasn't able to do a lot of the traditions. And like this year, we didn't do a lot of the traditions either. We weren't able to go out and look at the lights, and we didn't do Santa Claus because my husband came home a whole month early than what I thought was going to happen. So we had to do some tweaking around, but it's okay. So the photos is of us being outside, and because we had to wear our masks, because it was a mask mandate at that time, and we were outside of our quarantine stuff, both Kaylin and I wear the cloth ones at this point because I didn't get the disposables yet. I wear disposables now, where my husband and my daughter still wears the cloth ones from Old Navy because we follow whatever is said. It's here nor there. Not trying to start anything. So it fogs up my glasses all the time. That's why I've switched from that's why I switched to the disposables, because the disposables for me doesn't do this. Well, because it was actually super cold this particular day for the state of Georgia. Now, I know I am from North Dakota. It's not that big, this weather is not that cold compared to there. However, because we've lived in the South for almost 15 years now, and which is pretty much all of Kaylin's life, and not all of mine, but most of mine, I have not gotten used to the cold weather anymore. So it fogs up my glasses. So I figured this would be a good set to do of being outside, being cold outside. So this particular sketch has it almost like a T effect to it, more of like an F effect. So it is from scrapbook.com. It's a serendipity sketch number 132 off of Pinterest is where I found it. So I will link that down below for you if you're interested on doing this sketch. So I added just a few pieces to it. I kept it for the most part the same, except my embellishment does look a little bit different. So as you can tell, I did up just the pieces. Now, I am one of them that I eyeball everything. I don't measure anything. Like, I'll get out and measure, like, for example, these two tags that I'm doing right here are these banner pieces that are running up and down. Yes, I did make sure that one of them was bigger than the other, and I did measure that route. But for the most part, I don't measure. I just kind of play around with it and go that way. But you can measure this if you wanted to. So like the one looks like it's 3 inches and the other one looks like it's 2. And I actually did 3 and then 2.5. That's just me for that part. And then the photos, it's just a 3x4 photos is what I did for that. Now the other pieces I just cut. The very back piece where the snowflake is, that's actually 6x12 or a little less than 6x12, because obviously you can tell that I've got a black border. And then obviously the other pieces I just kind of tweaked and made it look right. So my title for this one is going to be Snow Day, even though the state of Georgia barely gets snow at all. And if we do, we're up in the mountains, and it's got to be really, really cold before they'll get it. but that's very far and in between as well. Even when we went into North Carolina, it got pretty cold there, but no snow involved, no nothing. Like it dropped down to where if precipitation wanted to show up, we could have gotten snow. It was that cold. But it didn't show, obviously. So I went, ho, ho, ho. I like that. So I put that up on top. And then I get into the embellishments. The collection that I'm using is Busy Sidewalks from Crepe Paper, because I've actually gotten through all of Crepe Paper's older stuff. The only one I have left is like their winter style one that can be used for Christmas, but it's more winter-ish. So you'll see me kind of play around with these tags and these different little just embellishments in general. Make sure that you go check out everybody. Now, I know that everybody else is done. Just wanted to give you guys an FYI. Everybody else is done. However, I will link everybody down below that did play on each day. Obviously, from now until I am caught up and done with Christmas, that is what you will see on my channel. I'm going to try to do a video a day until I go back to school, which the kids come back on the 4th and I go back on the 3rd. So I'm pretty sure that I'm probably going to be able to get through. I want to knock out at least, because of the big change that happened to Josh and Josh coming home a month early and that kind of stuff, throughout my plans. But, you know, family is way more important than a YouTube channel. Although I do love my YouTube channel, and I'm glad that you guys are here. But I want to get all of my December stuff. I always try to make sure that I get done. I cannot stand not finishing up a layout or a section, because I do want to go into doing the other winter stuff that I do have left. I have one set of winter things that I want to get done, and I want to do that in January, February, March. I think between everything, I think I can get everything done. Because I just want to get all that knocked out. Kaylin's stuff is pretty much done in the fashion of hers, because she was all virtual last year, so I don't have those typical pictures. And then her teacher's been out here and there with a bunch of different things that has been going on, so then I'm not getting those photos like I would normally get this year. And she may not be a photo type person either. I don't know. I'm just used to getting a lot of photos, and I don't get them. And it could just be because the older she gets, obviously, which is completely fine with me. So here I went and took my black pen, and I highlighted all of the papers just to add a little bit of depth to it. So that is what you're seeing here. I do come in with Tuscan Sun from Vibes from Shimmer's Paints, because you all know that I love that one for my gold splatters if I do. All of the still shots are coming up. This one was fantastically easy. Make sure that you like and subscribe. I hope that you guys are all staying safe. Have a wonderful day, and I will talk to you tomorrow. Bye.